we just had today the 1,000th private space launch. And so that took 35 years to get us to 1,000 launches. We think with this CEO, in less than 5 years, we'll get the next 1,000 launches from the private sector, which is fantastic. By the way, we used to own all those private launches, again, starting with SpaceX. We only have 60% of the launches right now in America. And the reason we don't have more launches is because of the rules, regulations, and red tape that come around the launch, right? We want to do things safely. And so with me at both DOT, which has FAA, and NASA, we have to work as one government. And what was happening was you have regulation from FAA and regulation from NASA and regulation from Commerce. And we want to speak with one government, streamline that red tape, reduce costs, and allow all of the launches to happen in this country. We want American companies and foreign companies to be launching off of our pods and pads in America. And so we're going to streamline that approach. And again, you talk about how important space is. It is critical. And again, we want to drive peace. We don't know where other countries are going to be at in space. They could see a strategic military component to space, which we want to deter. The moon, you mentioned the moon. We want to put a nuclear reactor on the moon because at the south pole of the moon, I don't think a lot of people understand this, there's ice. Ice means water, which means we can inhabit the southern pole of the moon. You need an energy source. So some of it can be from solar, but the most reliable energy source is going to come from nuclear. And so we have fast-tracked this approach. We're hoping by the end of this decade, we're going to be able to get that reactor on the moon. At the first part of next year, Maria, Artemis 2, that's our mission to go out and around the moon, is going to happen. And then Artemis 3 will happen, which we're going to land back on the moon. And we're going to stay for 6 days. The longest before that was 3 days. Wow. And then we're going to start the process of building our base on the moon. That's important because to be on the moon and what we learn on the moon is going to allow us to go to Mars. And what we're doing at NASA is, again, they had a whole smorgasbord of priorities. We explore space. And so we're going to go to the moon. We're going to go to Mars. We're going to look at what do we do with our next low Earth orbit space station, right? Because the International Space Station has another several years of life before it comes down. That's important to us. But all of the climate science and all of the other priorities that the last administration had at NASA, we're going to move aside, and all of the science that we do is going to be directed towards exploration, which is the mission of NASA. That's why we have NASA, is to explore, not to do all of these earth sciences.